I gave you guys my credit card. Well, I basically did. A few weeks ago, I went live and asked the chat, you guys, what manga I should buy. There were a couple rules. I couldn't have owned it or read it yet, and I was only buying volume 1s. By the end of the stream, I had almost 100 manga suggestions, which is crazy. So what manga did I have to buy? Well, let's take a look and find out. Yokoso, my manga society. So for the first spin, I really wanted to add a lot of manga onto the wheel before I actually did the first spin. And I feel like I was able to do just that. So let's take a look.
Love is Where I Have, Real Life, Who Made Me a Princess, Blue Giant I have read, absolutely amazing. 86. This is a decent amount right here, so let's take a look at what we get. Are you guys ready for the first spin? Let's see it. What do we get? What do we get? Okay. Yeah, I guess we can add that. Continue shopping.
So, My Dress Up Darling. I got the first volume right here, and let me tell you, this volume was actually pretty good. I believe this is actually a really good romance story. I just personally can't get over the fact that there's just a lot of fan service that pulls me out of it. I feel like this could be a really peak story, and the premise is just so good. I just don't think I'll be reading any more of it just because there's so much fan service. So from here, I actually keep the contents of the old suggestions in the wheel and I add to it.
So the list will just keep getting more hectic as we go on. Don't call it mystery. Cat companions. Initial D. Let's spin the wheel once more. All right, let's see it, guys. What's the next one gonna be? Woo! Phantom Busters. I have actually seen the cover for this. I have no idea like what it's about though. Add to cart.
Phantom Busters. So this was actually really pleasantly surprising. I had heard about it. I just didn't think I would pick it up because I feel like the Exorcist trope in manga is just so overdone. And so I wasn't gonna pick this up, but I think I might start collecting more of it because it's more of a comedy rather than like a serious story. Basically, they're just like a club of high school students. You know, they created a sort of Ghostbusters club at their high school, and yeah, they're just kind of like exorcising ghosts.
High School DxD, is that even a manga? Dude, can I show this on stream? The list is getting huge. Let's take another spin and then get back to it. It's kind of crazy how big this list is though. Let's see, guys. Ooh, don't call it mystery. This one I actually have been wanting to read.
So I did, and it was amazing. This manga I've been eyeing for a while. I think both Goblin and I had been eyeing for a while at the library, and the fact that this got picked for this live stream was actually really nice because I'm definitely gonna start picking up more of these. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. It's definitely not. There is like some mystery aspects to it, but I feel like that's not like what the story is actually about. Maybe that's what it's gonna get into more in the second omnibus, but it definitely talks a lot about morals, and it just kind of like talks about the way different people think about the world. Yeah, no, it was definitely pleasantly surprising as well. For sure gonna keep picking these up. So I made a poll in the chat asking whether you guys would want to add more suggestions or if I should keep spinning the wheel.
I'll take a poll here. Add more or spin once more. So the consensus is spin again.
So at this point, the consensus of the chat was to keep spinning the wheel until I had 5 manga in the cart. So I kept spinning.
Black Torch is getting an anime soon, right? And it's only 5 volumes? Oh, it has a kitty too. I will add that to the cart.
I picked up volume 1 of Black Torch. I was not sure what to think of this series because it got canceled at volume 5, but I think the fact that it's getting an anime and also a box set shows how underrated the manga maybe was. Maybe if this had come out now, it would have kept going. And let me tell you, I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised about this as well. It's about a kid in like a ninja clan, and they're fighting like demons, and he gets possessed by like a demon cat. So it was pretty interesting. And let me tell you, the art style, I like this art style. It reminds me a lot of Bleach, and I just like that a lot.
All right, let's spin once more, and then we'll start adding some more. Chain Smoker Cat. Manga Sloth actually picked this up for a recent collab that we did.
Chain Smoker Cat. Let me just tell you now, at the end of this video, I will be giving a list, ranking each volume in a row. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but this is definitely nowhere near the top. I could definitely see how this is some people's type of humor. It's a lot of like smoking jokes and a lot of like self-deprecating type humor, which I feel like sometimes I do enjoy, but I don't know, there's something about this manga that was definitely not it for me. It's basically a manga full of short story jokes about chain smoking. Yeah, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't for me. I could see how it's for some people, but it just was not for me.
Snapkin.
Before we get back to the video, huge shout out to Manga Mart for sponsoring today's video, a manga website I frequently shop at. If you're anything like me, keeping track of all the new manga, manhwa, and light novels can be a massive headache. That's why I'm super excited to show you guys Manga Mart's newly upgraded pre-order section. They completely revamped their user interface, so you can now easily filter upcoming titles by release date, category, whether you're looking for manga, manhwa, or light novels, and even by publisher. Finding exactly what you need to complete your collection is that much easier now. But here's the best part. Manga Mart already offers a massive 25% off of standard pre-orders and an insane 30% off of box sets. Right now, you can lock in some of the most hyped upcoming box sets, such as Gachiakta, Jujutsu Kaisen box set, My Hero Academia box set number 2, and even the upcoming One Piece box set number 5. But wait, there's more. Manga Mart wants to hook you guys up. So if you use code SNAPKIN at checkout, you'll get an extra 5% off your pre-orders. Just a quick heads up though, Manga Mart currently only ships within the United States. So click the link in the description to check out their new pre-order section, lock in the discounts, and upgrade your manga collection today. Now back to the video.
All right, I'll add one too. What do I even want to add? Trigun. Would you consider Trigun Maximum a different series from Trigun? Because I do own the first deluxe for Trigun. What's something I want to buy? Astra Lost in Space. I've been seeing that one for a while. Let me see. Hikari Man. Yeah. Ibitsu. Is this a one shot? Let's spin. Ready for this? And the winner is... Wait, I own Trigun, guys. All right, let's spin again. Why did I put Trigun? Ooh, After God. I have been wanting to read this. I'm like super excited for this actually.
So let's pause there to talk a little bit about the newly acquired After God. After God was such an interesting read because it's about the society that is basically kind of taken over by gods. They're not like actually gods. Well, they don't know what they are. So it's super interesting. I feel like there's some sort of mystery aspect behind it because you don't know what these things are. And so I feel like the whole point of this manga is gonna be to learn how to combat them. Yeah, I just feel like in this first volume, you're just introduced to a lot of interesting characters, interesting types of powers, and I'm definitely looking forward to volume 2. All stream, I was talking about how much I wanted to add my own personal recommendation. Not that it's a recommendation, but add one manga to the list. And at this point, I actually did find one.
I keep saying I need to take a look. What are some like new releases? Let's see. What's like out? Ooh, Centuria. I've been wanting that. Actually, I want to try it out. Or I could spin once more and then we can get back to suggestions. Ooh, I need this. I need that. Spinny spin. Hikari Man. Yeah, this one's super interesting. Written by the same person that does Ichi the Killer and Homunculus.
So at this point in the video, I felt super lucky because the wheel picked 2 manga that I had already thought about buying recently. So let's talk about Hikari Man. Hikari Man is basically what it sounds like. Hikari means light, man means man, light man. This story is about a kid who gets electricity like surge through him, so he becomes like an electricity type of like powered up person, and he can like go through electrical circuits, and it's actually so interesting. The one downside to this manga is the art. The art's good, but I feel like it's different than some of his other works. I feel like his art style is, to me, more appealing in like Homunculus and Ichi the Killer. So just one downside. Still super interesting though, so I'm definitely gonna pick up more of this.
It is an impressive wheel, isn't it? DN Angel. Okay, DN Angel I actually currently have. I do show off in the new video, which I will be posting directly after this stream ends, so stay tuned for that. All right, I'll put Kurokuro on there. There are currently 68. Okay, let's add one more, guys. Let's add one more. 68, that's a lot. Let's see. This could be literally anything. Deep 3, okay. I've been wanting this, I'm not gonna lie.
Now, after this spin, it felt almost rigged because I got 3 manga in a row that I had already been thinking about getting. So I just felt ecstatic at this point. But this one was Deep 3. Deep 3 I was super excited about because I had recently read Real, which was also a seinen basketball manga. This one definitely seems a lot more involved in like the basketball aspect of things. It's about this kid who gets injured and acquires this sort of like psychological barrier called the yips, where he can't play to his best ability. So it's basically about him figuring out how he can still play and make it to the big leagues.
If you want your manga to get picked, now is the time. Now is the time. I'll add Buddha. I do want Buddha. All right, let's spin, guys. I could add some more before the last spin. The Fable. Ooh, interesting. Will I make a video reviewing this?
And the answer to that is yes. I'm here right now to talk about The Fable. The Fable was super interesting because I had this idea in my head that this was gonna be a comedy similar to The Way of the House Husband, which I love. This was a little different. This is a little more serious with comedy like sprinkled in. I feel like it's a lot more subtle comedy rather than in-your-face comedy like Way of the House Husband is. It's basically about a hitman who's trying to take a break from the hitman life, and along the way there's gonna be like roadblocks and stuff. So he has to try to figure out how to contain his like urge to work. And so it's basically just him trying to figure out how to live a normal life.
How am I affording this? Beats me, dude. I'll figure it out. Dude, these spins have been like on point.
So now we're at the very last spin of the stream. So at this point, I added as many manga suggestions as I could, and there were a lot. So let's just take a look and see what I had to buy.
In my cart, I have 9. So one more. I have one more spin. So I'm trying to add as much as I can. Bunny Girl Senpai Shimazaki Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll keep it on there then. Clevitas? Yeah, we're at like 86. Last final spin of the stream. It's exciting, guys. Let's see it. This could be anything. Gunsmith Cats. This one, I think.
And we got Gunsmith Cats. I was not expecting this one. This was a really interesting read to me because I feel like going in, I thought this was gonna be way more like ecchi and fan servicey, and there is some of that, but just definitely not as much as I thought. It was actually pretty cool because it's about this bounty hunter living in like the United States, I believe Chicago, and just seeing like the different interactions she had with like the cops versus like the gangs, and then like her gun shop was like really interesting. And I actually do like this older-ish art style that it has. It's definitely not like an older art style, but it's definitely got that older art style. So that was all of the manga that I got from your suggestions. Here is the ranking of how I ranked each and every single one of them in order from first to last. If you want to participate in something similar like this live stream in the future, be sure to subscribe to join the Manga Society today, and you'll get a notification for when I go live. What other types of things would you want me to do on stream? Let me know down in the comments below.
And as always, This world is cruel, but at least we have manga.